we go, guys. It's okay, good, good.
So, Chad, is this the first time you designed for an island?
No, actually, we've done a few private villas and islands around the Caribbean. So we've been fortunate enough to be the architects for these wonderful dreams.
What's the difference between designing for an island or, let's say, a big city?
Well, on the island, you can bring a lot more into the house. So the idea for us is to bring the outside environment in. When in the city, you sort of want to keep the outside environment out. I think here, such wonderful surroundings, the climate, the atmosphere, the birds, the trees. It's wonderful to sort of engage them in the architecture.
You yourself, do you also own a house on an island?
We just purchased some land in the Bahamas on Harbor Island, and we're going to be building a house. Hopefully going to be done in the next year or so. But it was interesting because in designing these villas, we were already warmed up with some of the other island houses we've been doing, and we created a really fantastic project for Dellis Cay.
Environmental aspects, how important are they, especially for islands?
Right. Well, environmental aspects are really important for islands because the resources are quite limited. The villa that we designed here is very environmentally friendly. Actually, it has a green roof, a blue roof as well, because it has a pool that collects all the rainwater and also is used for swimming. As well as very large overhangs to protect the house from the sun. So there's very protection from the sun, as well as it's orientated to capture the breezes, as well as to sort of let the light sort of emanate and to see the sky and the ever-changing conditions of light are really quite beautiful on the island.
Do you use solar cells or on the roof, or how do you generate the electricity?
Yeah, well, actually, we've been talking about that for a sort of island-wide initiative. We actually have places for solar, hot water on our villa, and we're looking to see how the island can integrate more sustainable energy techniques. But certainly solar is utilized here quite a bit.
Your creative process, how do you work? Do you work a lot with doing hand drawings, sketches?
We work in many dimensions. We work in 3-dimension and 2-dimension drawings, models, computer. We use a lot of very high-tech computer software to sort of simulate the building, to study it, to see how it exists in its climate, and go back and forth. So we might do something in the computer and then we draw, I draw a sketch on top of the computer drawing, and then we go back to the computer, and then we might build a physical model and then go back to the drawing. And so it's a sort of multimedia experience.
Did you have time to have a look at Art Basel Beach? Or does art inspire you?
Oh, I'm incredibly inspired by art. Especially the work of the more experiential artists. Like the Terrells and the Sarahs, who are dealing with very architectural concepts. But I just go through the fair and absorb it like a sponge. There's so much excitement in Miami. Miami really has brought the world of art and culture and excitement, and it's a sensational time. Unfortunately, there's too many parties, so you have to squeeze in all the culture between all the events. So we just actually did a wonderful event with Audi last night, and we got Audi to work with me, the mayor of Miami, and Enzo Anea, who's a very famous landscape architect from Switzerland, and Audi is going to be donating a park to the city of Miami. So it's really quite exciting.
Did you follow the development of Art Basel, how it evolved over the years?
Oh, it's really exploded. The first year really set the stage. Actually, the first year it was right after 9/11, and things got pretty quiet. It was almost like a canceled in some ways. And then the year after that, it really exploded, and every year it's just gotten more and more and more, and it's just so fantastic seeing all the people year after year. Really, it's almost a challenging time because you're out all night and you have to be ready in the morning to go to another event, and it's really almost overwhelming, the excitement. It's hard to see everything, so I'm still waiting to finish up the fairs. I've seen all of the convention center, but I'll be going to some of the off-Broadway shows this evening and tomorrow, looking for bargains. So.
Okay, then thank you very much for the interview.
Oh, my pleasure.